You gotta capture the quips.
You're missing out on the goal.
You're missing some bits here, man. Men.
We only have so many bits in our bodies. Hi.
Oh.
I thought I was gonna say hi.
We went over this, Amanda.
Hi, welcome back to our show This One Time. I'm Amanda.
I'm Katie.
And we're tired.
That was much better this time.
But we're very tired.
Very tired because of the noises in our apartment. We got a gate slamming. We got music downstairs.
We can't get sleep. Help us. Let's
Okay.
do some mugs. What mug do you have?
Mug introduction. Okay, I kind of picked this because it matches the color of my shirt.
Oh my gosh,
Wow,
Katie.
look at that. Coordination. Coordination station. But also, I just like what it says. So, we're from Kansas, y'all.
What does it say?
It says Kansas. Not that bad.
Where did you get that?
Got it at Acme Gift in Manhattan, Kansas.
I like that place. It's a good place.
It's a great little knickknack.
This one, it says Chicago, and it has a rainbow and then like a skyline. And I got this from, I can't remember who gave it to me. It was my cousin or my sister, so shout out to either one of them, whichever one it was. But they found it, I remember they found it at a garage sale somewhere for like 79 cents or
Those
something.
are the best
Yeah.
finds.
So this mug has some history in it. Like, I wonder who the people were who owned it before.
Oh my gosh, they were probably like an elderly like Kansan couple that traveled to the big city.
What did
And
they
they were
drink
like-
out of this?
Maybe a rum and coke at 6 in the morning. They were just like, let's start the day with our mug.
I like that
I'm sure
idea.
that mug's seen a lot. Mm-hmm. Did you do that on purpose?
We both came to the table and we were like, what stories do we have? What one do we want to tell? Because we don't actually tell the whole story before we both sit down. We just kind of say, oh, it's about this or this, and see if we have like coordinating things. Well, what we do have today are two stories that we're going to classify under classics.
Classic.
Because
Classic.
we
Amanda.
have heard these of each other, but they're so good and so ridiculous, and we want to tell them on this, so we're just going to do that. So deal with it. We've told these before.
Some of you may have heard these stories, and you're gonna laugh again.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Okay, fine. I gotta get my thoughts together. This story I got permission to tell from my father because when I told him I was starting this little video series, he was like, "Don't you dare
What?
tell stories about me that I don't approve."
You've got to.
So,
There's so many good ones.
right, Mark's has a great plethora of stories. This story involves the embarrassment my father caused me in middle school, which still continues to this day.
That's what dads are for.
They are. They really are there for the comic relief, you know? It's also because they're just so confident. I don't think anything shakes Mark. I was in middle school, a very delicate age, okay? And
It was a hard time.
it was rough, man, okay? I didn't like middle school. It was just like so much like hormones and angst happening.
I was waiting for the angst came from not getting the hormones.
Oh no.
When everybody else was getting them, if you know what I mean.
I had a very serious crush on a neighbor boy. Okay, he rode the bus with us. We'll call him Puka Shell, as we have in the past.
Yes, puka shell.
This is just after the 90s, so you know.
Frosted tips.
Puka Shells, frosted tips.
Puka shells.
What did boys wear back then? Like basketball shorts?
I was gonna say like breakaway pants.
Colored shirt with the flames on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a Guy
Like a-
Fieri shirt.
Like a Guy Fieri
Yeah.
shirt. Lots of bad fashion things.
It was bad fashion, but I had a crush on Puka Shell.
Okay, time out.
Hottie. Oh, what was that? Was that the sticky thing?
This is my microphone.
Back on up the shirt we go. It was summertime and warm out, you know. I lived by a lake, so
I can just hear the locusts.
yeah, the cicadas are buzzing, and it's just like hot and sweaty season. People are running around and swimming and walking to their docks at the lake. Sweet, sweet summertime.
That sounds so nice.
Puka Shell lived down the street from me. I hope he doesn't watch this. This is embarrassing.
Is he gonna know he's Puka Shell?
Probably not. Many of them were puka shells. So he lived down the street from me, and in my neighborhood, all the people like drove golf carts down to their docks and stuff, and so they're really loud. You could hear them all the time going by, and so like you'd just be like sitting waiting, and you like hear the golf cart. Who is it?
Scurry out.
Puka Shell. So
Peek out your blinds.
it wasn't that creepy. Maybe. And hot summer day, my dad tells me he's gonna get up and mow the lawn and do his usual, stuff on the weekends, whatever. And I kind of remember in the back of my mind that he doesn't always like go outside fully clothed in the summer. Like nothing too inappropriate, but just like he just like won't wear a shirt when he does yard work, which that's fine. And then, he wears like some kind of short shorts. He had this pair of jorts that I feel like probably at one point in time were long and like almost went to his knees, but he kept cutting them shorter and shorter and shorter as the years went on.
It's a good look.
Oh, yes. It was great. My
Shorty jorts.
My like 6'2" dad out there in his shorty shorts. And so in my head I was like, shit, I hope he's not wearing those because, Puka Shell might be driving by.
Yeah.
And so I, of course, look out the window later and there's Mark out in the yard just mowing the lawn, no shirt on, shorty shorts. I'm like, can you please not do that, Mark? And so I go out there to say something to him, and guess who drives by but Puka Shell with his friends, and I think they're real cool. And instead of my dad just like throwing a casual wave or continuing with his yard work and ignoring them, he's like,
"Hey guys, what you up to today? What you been doing?"
That's the worst. It's like, did he know what he was doing?
He knew. He totally knew. And of
Dads.
course then I like turned bright red and I'm just like, why are you doing this to me? He did it on purpose. He knew I liked Puka Shell. And
Oh, he did? See, my parents never knew if I liked
not a secret.
anybody.
Then, after this happens, I like scold my father after they drive away. My mom and I decided that the shorts were just gonna like disappear one day. And so a couple weeks later, Mark went to go mow the lawn and he was like,
Guys, where are my little shorty shorts?
he didn't call him that. And my mom and I were just like, I don't know. I have no idea what happened to them. I can't find them. And guess what? They're in a dumpster in Kansas City somewhere.
Garbage.
Garbage shorts. I'm still scarred until this day because he purposely talked to them.
That's what dads do, man. Just embarrass
So
you.
awkward.
Thanks, dads.
Just kidding. Love
Cheers to dads.
ya. Love ya. Oops.
Nice. Okay, so
This is for a lefty.
it is. Oh, mine is
Yours.
too. But I'm on the left side, so it works. I can do this. So my story is one that I feel like a lot of people can really relate to, and it's one of doing something incredibly embarrassing in front of someone you are attracted to / interested in. So my story takes place actually not that long ago, which is the sad thing, is that this story isn't from when I was 12 and didn't know how to talk to guys. It's from a couple years ago when I still don't know how to talk to guys. I'm learning. There's this guy, and it was a friend of a friend, and social medias these days, he like showed us this guy on Instagram, and we like multiple people were like, oh my gosh, he's really cute. He looks really cool and fun, great style. That's like a big thing, is like, do you have a fun, cool style?
Aesthetic.
Do I like your shoes? So our friend comes into town. He says, hey, we're on our way over. And we're like, wait, who are you with? And he just sent like all these emojis kind of like wink, wink. And we were like, oh no, this is the time we're gonna meet him. At this point, it had almost happened a couple of times. So now it's just like built up to actually meeting this person in real life, IRL. So I was like, okay, you got this.
Oh, you were like pumped.
You can go yeah, you can go talk to another human being. You're fine, Amanda. Cool your jets. Meet this guy. Everything's going great. Everyone's having a good time. We're like, I think we drank sake. We were just hanging out, listening to music, talking. This person ended up being a very nice man. And so it's like, wow, you are a decent human being also. This is very cool. And as most nights in our lives continue, we turn on music at some point and everyone's like dancing and having a good time. Dancing.
Classic.
The night continues and he's like, oh, all right, well, it's time for me to go to bed,
I
right?
thought that was a real yawn.
I am tired, but that was a story. That was a story point.
Yawn.
He gets his backpack, travels with the backpack. Gets his backpack on. I was like, all right, I had lots of fun. Like, I'll see you guys later. And I'm like, I'll walk you to the door, which is just like 4 feet away from the area where everyone was dancing and having a good time. So it wasn't like far away from observing eyes and ears. I'm like, thanks for coming over. It was so great meeting you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, it was really great meeting you too. I'm like, okay, you gotta like, just do something here. I don't know, like.
Be bold.
I'm like, all right, well, it was a great time. I bid you adieu. And I like tipped a miniature Sam. I tipped a miniature bowler hat, like a little mini one.
You did that to a hottie. You did it to a hottie.
And not only did I tip the bowler hat, but I also curtsied. So it was one of these movements. And I go, I bid you adieu. A, don't say that ever. B, don't tip a miniature hat. And C, you don't need to curtsy to someone you just met. And I was like immediately like, what the hell did you just say? Like the words came out quicker than I could ever imagine. Luckily, he was a nice guy and he was like, adieu. And like kind of did it back a little bit, like a little bit of a bow.
Made it cool.
He didn't do a hat, which duh, nobody's gonna do a tip of the hat back because that's just terrible and stupid. Shut the door and I like turn around and I'm like processing what just happened. And both of my friends have stopped dancing and are both just like this. And one goes, what did you just say? And they both started busting out laughing and I was just like, this is why I am single. And I will never forget that moment because it was just one of the most, I don't say I bid you adieu in everyday conversation.
I've literally never heard you say that.
And it's not a thing people say. It's not a thing people say. So why that came into my brain at that moment, at that time, needless to say, we did not go on dates. We did not have any type of romantic relationship.
Maybe you would have if it was like Shakespearean time. Might have been turned on by that.
That's not helpful.
Game time.
Game time, baby. All right, so I'm excited to announce a fun new game. I thought it was maybe time to
I
like
think it's time to switch it up. We're
try a
gonna
new
do
one.
a new one.
Yeah. So we don't have a name for this one either.
Shoot.
So we could call it like 2 truths and a lie. Wait. No.
It would be 2 lies and a truth.
Yeah. 2 lies and a truth. A flip on the old game that we all know and love. Because what we're gonna do is we had some people send in their stories and we were like, this would be fun for me to tell you. They're just a couple of sentences, something quick and easy. But what I did is I put 3 endings. So 2 of them are lie ending and 1 is the truth. And you have to guess which one you think actually happened in these people's stories.
Got it.
We are doing these anonymously so that if we do this again and we get stories that are maybe like a little more risque or like, like the cops were involved or like legal things, we'll keep it, we're cool here at this show.
We're cool. We don't snitch.
And we don't snitch. You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Which one did I want to start with? We'll start with this
Are
one.
those all stories?
No.
Oh.
I only have 3.
Oh, she's got a couple fake cards.
I've got some blank ones. I felt like this mini was just, oh well, whatever.
Props.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah,
Are you ready for the first one?
I'm ready.
This one time I was at a skating rink and I did not know how to stop skating.
Oh.
I was going so fast that I, A, fell into the guy I was crushing on and pulled his pants down on my way down.
Oh.
I was going so fast that I, B, plowed into the wall of the rink, causing it to knock over all the way around the rink.
The wall?
The wall, all the way around the rink.
Oh, wow.
Or I was skating so fast that I, C, screamed for someone to help for a full lap before someone actually grabbed me and stopped me.
These are very extreme situations, all of them. I'm gonna go with C. Screamed until somebody helped them stop.
Wrong.
Ooh, which one is it? I thought the first 2 were like too extreme.
Plowed into the wall of the rink, causing the whole wall, the padded wall, to fall down.
That was the one that I thought was definitely not true.
That's what happened.
Damn. Wow.
Got that momentum, baby.
R.I.P. Skate World.
Okay, this one time when I was 12, my brother got a paintball gun. We played out back shooting at cans and rocks, and eventually I ran around the backyard while my brother chased me with it. After it got dark, we ran to our balcony and shot off at nothing, then went to bed. So they just went like crazy up there, right?
Okay.
In the dark.
Okay.
Then went to bed. We woke up to a furious mom who told us we had A, left the balcony door open and a raccoon got into our kitchen in the middle of the night. A furious mom who told us we had B, destroyed all of my mom's plants that she had potted just off the balcony. Or C, my mom told us we had shot paintballs onto the side of the church just behind our house.
I just want A to be the answer.
Wrong again.
No, I'm not good at this. I thought the most reasonable though was the church one.
And it is the church one.
Okay.
So they shot and it covered the entire side of or the back of the church and they had to go over and apologize.
Ooh, that's not good.
Crazy kids, man. Okay.
Piss Jesus off.
That should be a mug. Okay, so last one. Are you ready?
Yep.
Last chance to redeem yourself.
I'm trying.
Okay. One time I went on a blind date with a guy, drank a few too many, and ended up staying at his place. In the morning, we went and got coffee at Starbucks below his apartment, where he made me buy my own coffee separately. That's not the lie. That happened, and that's dumb.
I don't like that. I mean, I'm an independent woman. I can buy my own coffee, but like...
Yeah, but... Okay, anyways. Needless to say, it was awkward. To make matters worse, as we were saying our goodbyes, I, A, walked outside first, tripped on a weird step, and ate shit in front of him. B, went to give him a hug, and he forcibly stuck his arm out to give me a handshake.
I hope not.
Or C, walked outside, got in my Uber, realized it wasn't an Uber, and had to get out in front of him.
Okay, number 3 is super funny. Number 1 is something I would do. I have many tripping stories I can tell.
Yep.
Number 2 is awful.
The handshake.
Awful.
Buy your own coffee and also goodbye.
Okay, I think C.
It is!
Yay!
Yay,
Okay.
you got one. Walked outside, got in
Oh my
my
gosh.
Uber, realized it wasn't an Uber, and had to get out in front of him.
I'm so glad stiff arm wasn't the answer.
That would have been horrible. I wrote that and I was like, I am also glad that this is not the truth because it's so sad. Cool, that was fun.
That was Sargate.
So if you have stories, we have an email address, thisonetimetheshow@gmail.com. Send us your stories. Send us just like a couple of sentences. They could be a little bit more elaborate, a couple of paragraphs if you really want to like set the scene for us. Send us your stories, tell us your embarrassing, awkward stuff, and we can make a game out of it. We won't use anybody's names. If there's any like signifying like people, like names or places that you'd rather us not say, just note it in there. Like we'll keep it on the DL. But we know that you guys have great stories and we want to hear them all. That's the point of this thing.
We're just storytelling peeps. We want to share.
We all do stupid stuff.
Is that our theme song?
Yeah, that's the theme song.
I like it.
Thanks for watching.
That's it.
And I know that like I made fun of you in the first episode for being like and subscribe and blah, 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 which like, that is dumb. But if you liked it, send the link to a friend or something. Like,
share it out in the interwebs.
yeah, like just throw us a bone. Maybe tell a friend about it. Or if like your story gets on here and you want to share like, this is my story.
Yeah.
More reason, right? So
come and join us. Hey, you know what's really funny is that I told you this already. I work at a school. This 5th grader was like, when I grow up, I want to be a blogger or a vlogger. I want to make YouTube videos. And I was like, whatever. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm doing that.
I make YouTube videos. But we're not trying to do it as a career, so it's different.
I know. Also, he loves Logan Paul, so.
Well, on that note.
Well, see you later.